Good morning. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Thinking of improving your house? We got it. Don't move, improve, right? This is the home improvement radio show that teaches you, the homeowner, how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the four corners of your lot. Now, remember this, folks, friends. We are not a do-it-yourself show. However, I'm not anti-do-it-yourself. I'm just pro do-it-for-me. I mean, if you want to go to a big box store and buy your own windows and try and install them, okay, have at it. High fives to you. But not me. I'm not capable of doing that. In fact, most homeowners, not contractors, most homeowners aren't. Does that mean you're a bad person or no? No. You got to remember, from the neck down, I'm worth minimum wage. 3 decades of home improvement is what teaches me and gives me the ability to teach you, the homeowner, how to find the best contractors. And that's what I'm here to do. Share my knowledge, share my experience, and help you get a hassle-free home improvement. We don't have to keep it complicated. Let's keep it simple. And that's what I like to do here. By the way, if you have a question this morning that Google can't answer, 248-539-9797, text only. Of course, it's shout-out Saturday. If you're a contractor listening or you're working, you're an essential worker, police, fire, I appreciate you guys. And by the way, shout out to the Bloomfield Township Police. Those are my guys protecting my neighborhood. I saw it on the news the other day. Watch out, Bloomfield. They're coming to get you. Well, I hope they don't come to my house, but if they do, they're going to meet my friends Smith and Wesson. And we're going to give a shout out to Joe and the crew at Universal Property Service. They're in Macomb, and they're good luck with sprinkler winterization season. You know what I need, guys? My email's adam@hireitdone. I need a sprinkler guy. I'm not happy with the guy who did my sprinklers this year. Email me, adam@hireitdone. If you guys do sprinklers in Bloomfield Hills, that's where I live, so get a hold of me. In studio, Jason Sawinski from Performance Remodeling. Good company. Jason, good morning.
Good morning, Adam.
So tell everyone where Performance Remodeling is located.
We're in Shelby Township, 23 in Shaner, essentially a block east of Shaner Road, just off of 23. Been there in the complex for 18 years, but we built a brand new facility. I think it's going on 6 years, which is wild because we were trying to guess and we were like, wow, it's been 6 years. We were arguing it hasn't been that long, but I think it has been.
Here's the reason why. There's a time warp. We jumped timelines during COVID.
Yeah, I lost a couple years. Yeah.
The world has changed.
I don't know though. I do agree to a certain point, but it's like we worked so hard during those couple years that it's so busy that it seems like
time flies.
So we might have zipped through it in time, but man, did we felt it.
You know what? That's a good point. I have to agree with you. You're right. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was a hell of a pace.
So you guys are on 23 in Shaner.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the cigar place right in your?
Yeah, they're on the other side. So we have half the entire complex, and then there's like 5 other.
What's it? Godfather?
Godfather. Yeah.
I meet a couple friends there once in a while because you know me. I'm a West Sider. Going to the East Side, it's like almost like I'm going to take an airplane.
So when I see the Lamborghini out front, that's you visiting?
No, the Benz.
Yeah.
Actually, I totaled my Benz.
Really?
Yeah, on Mound Road.
Well, not surprising.
I was pulling into Wimsat.
Oh wow!
And the guy who was fixing the road put this metal pipe across the entrance and put a plastic ramp over it. And my car went over the ramp, and the ramp was designed to collapse, but because there's a metal pipe under it, didn't collapse. It grabbed.
No.
Here's what it did: it grabbed my front spoiler, then it ripped it underneath, and then grabbed my oil pan, then the transmission housing, or one or the other. It cracked it, and everything just flushed out of the bottom.
Oh my god!
And then my insurance company's like, "Hey, Mr. Helfman, we're really sorry, but no fault state." So it's tough, but hey, I digress. It's not the end of the world. So Performance Remodeling. Tell everyone again what you guys sell.
So we're an exterior remodeler, everything on the home, windows, roofing, siding, doors, gutters, and then we also do attic insulation.
Cool. So, you guys have been around. I've known you forever, and business is really good, right?
It is, absolutely. Yep.
What's the number one product you're selling right now?
Windows.
Right.
Yeah, that's there are just so many new subdivisions and communities have been built in the last 20, 30 years. And as you know, and what you're getting at, when you're doing these new builds and things like that, you're not exactly getting the best windows on earth. So,
Well, yeah.
usually, we're replacing windows. We just replaced a set of windows like 6 or 7 years old.
It's crazy.
It's wild. So, all those houses, they're all due.
There's
And whether
good window
the
companies.
homeowner knows it or not, they're due. And then it just gets to a point where they start to really feel it, or the bill is just, sky high, and they're like, okay, we got to decipher what's causing this. And then they finally realize it's the windows. But usually around this time of year, you definitely, people start to take notice a lot.
Yeah. Well, there you see, you understand. And that's important. And you get it. And that's a good quality that you guys have, because So let's drill down on a couple products. Let's talk about windows.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, and a lot of homeowners, and you tell me though, do homeowners care about R value or U value?
I'd say 50-50. Google's a powerful thing. So, when you research windows, that seems to be the one thing that people will, they'll make a little note to ask about. So they don't truly understand it. So they might not be as important to them in that aspect, but they typically read about it, and then they ask, and then they kind of use that as a marker without even realizing what the true value of that actually is. But
right.
Yeah.
Now, windows are important, as you know. And so let's keep the conversation going about windows for a second, but we got to take a quick break. If you have a window question or any home improvement question, 248-539-9797, text only. My name's Adam Helfman. This is Hire It Done. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We got Jason Sawinski from Performance Remodeling out of Shelby Township. I say Macomb, but
I'm from Macomb,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're close.
yeah, pretty close. And they're a window siding, roofing, gutters, insulation contractor, right? And we're talking about windows. So fiberglass, vinyl, aluminum clad. Let's talk about fiberglass because that's the premium, would you call it?
It's
Or-
the best.
It is the best.
Yeah, the premium.
Okay. So what brand do you sell? A couple of them? Or?
A few of them, yeah. Infinity from Marvin.
Oh, that's a great window.
I'll put it in front of anybody and have anybody try and tell me it's not the best window.
Right. So let's talk about how the window's built. Obviously, it's fiberglass. Fiberglass to me is pink and fluffy. How do they compress it like into this machine or what?
It's actually done through pultrusion. So most windows, even composite windows that I won't name, that cost you an arm and a leg, they're all extrusion. So push through a mold.
Yep.
And if you ever played with silly dough as a kid, that it comes out of the other end of your little toy machine,
right.
and it never
Like the
it
pasta
just
machine.
flops out. Yep. So yes, it is it's the shape you want it, but is it rigid? Absolutely not. Pultrusion actually pulls the fiberglass strands across like piano chords, and then they bake the silica dust, sand, glass into it, and then they roll it, and it's as rigid as it's ever going to get. So right from its inception, it has extreme tension, and it just doesn't expand and contract.
Now, the other thing that I've always known or liked about fiberglass is the strength.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do a wider window with fiberglass than you would against vinyl?
Most of the individual window styles you can do in larger max sizes because of the frame integrity.
I mean, there's a header above a window anyways.
Yeah.
But still, people are like always,
But it has to be able to hold. I mean, the frame itself has to be able to hold the glass. And I mean, if you I mean, there are.
Yeah, of course.
We have vinyl windows too, but if you put in an extremely large, and I know you've seen it, vinyl slider, and after a couple of years, you look in the window smiling at you, it's because the frame can't withstand that glass weight for that long, so it starts to dip.
That's funny. It's got the smirk.
Yeah,
that's funny. Okay, so you also sell vinyl, but let's keep on the fiberglass thing. If a homeowner calls Performance Remodeling, and there's other companies out there that advertise a lot of fiberglass, and there's a difference between fiberglass windows. So if a homeowner is sitting in the home and your representative from your company is talking to the homeowner about fiberglass, and they tell you, hey, I got a price on another fiberglass from someone else. Obviously, you guys can talk about why Infinity by Marvin is a better product. I mean, if I'm going to get a fiberglass window, that's the one I would get because it's so nice. Now, what about colors? Can you get colors on that one?
There's I think eight colors you can get. You can
actually do that with vinyl.
Not as many.
Yeah.
Not as many. And with some manufacturers will offer not lines that we'll carry, but they're spraying the darker colors, and it doesn't dark colors cause heat, and heat's not great for vinyl.
Absorb heat.
Yeah, so it's I mean, it's not the right thing to do, but you can do
interesting.
Yeah, you can do the darkest, like black fiberglass windows right now. Absolutely fire.
Okay, because I was going to say right now the most popular color window is black.
Black. Yep.
People like that Craftsman white sided house, and they use like the Hardy board or the AZEK, and then they want the black windows. And I agree. I love that right now. I think
gorgeous,
it's amazing.
Yep. And that window will have no issues. They'll last forever. But if you do it in a vinyl or even a clad, we have weather extremes here that are going to beat on those windows. So if you want a black window, it should be fiberglass.
248-539-9797. You got a question for Jason Sawinski from Performance Remodeling about windows, siding, gutters, roofing, insulation. We'd love to hear from you. Of course, if you have any other questions, we're here to answer them. So, Jason, we're talking fiberglass windows. You say they last forever, and again, they do. What kind of warranty does your company offer when someone gets your windows?
50 years, labor and material.
So, and labor. So 50 years is considered a lifetime. Okay. Now, what would be an issue where you'd have to come out and fix it?
Honestly, you want to know what, especially when you were talking fiberglass specifically, what a service call for us typically is.
Yeah.
The screen. The dog messed the screen up, or the kid ripped the
So
screen.
do you have screen repair, or do you?
Yeah, we can go and repair the screen for them, but there you might have you can do an
window latch.
adjustment, it's a lock, tighten a latch
Any
down or
moving part.
something like that. Infinity actually finished, I think it's a 12-year test, and on their glass, and every Infinity window that was produced in that period, it was 10 or 12 years, had a 0.0003 glass failure rate.
Yeah, that's next to nothing.
That's ridiculous for as many windows as it's absolutely ridiculous.
You have a better chance of hitting the lotto than
having one of their seals break because of a manufacturer defect.
Now, did they put it through climate change, like seasonal?
They're in War Road, Minnesota, which is like you could walk across the Canadian border. It's like the harshest weather we have in the country. So yeah, they do extreme climate.
Jenny
testing.
Marvin, I met her a few times.
Oh yeah,
yeah, the family. They're good people.
They are. Call Marvin, and if one person doesn't answer, you can get all the way up to Dan, the president. He'll pick up the phone and take your call.
And they're that way.
Yep.
They're customer
That's how
service.
they're built. Yep, that's how they're built.
It's interesting. When I grew up in the home improvement business, my dad was an Anderson window distributor, and we went to Minnesota for Anderson. And they showed me they were working on pultrusion. It was Fibrex, they came up with this name. But that was a long time ago. But back in the day, it was Anderson, Pella, Marvin. Those were the top three, and there wasn't really types of windows like that we have today, or the window business. But the vinyl window business has grown like crazy. So when you have fiberglass, a price on a fiberglass window for a house, and you say, okay, what is it going to cost me if I want to do vinyl windows that are high efficiency? Is there a big percentage difference?
Not as large as there used to be. Kind of like anything is new technologies, even TVs. It's like the new technology comes out and it's 2-3 times more than what the current version is, and that's how fiberglass was. But as it's grown and it really has taken hold as what people want in Michigan, especially. Anywhere in the Midwest, Northeast, that's the frame material that makes sense with the weather we see. So the pricing has come down, and you're within 10, maybe 20%, depending on options you're putting on, because you can take any window and put bells and whistles on it and make it cost but no, it's a smaller gap between, but the quality difference there is no comparison between the two.
Now, did your installers? Do you have guys? They're trained. Do you have trainings for each window, or?
Absolutely.
Okay, you do. Yeah, I was
so,
gonna say, because your guys are like, one thing I noticed about performance remodeling is that you guys take an educational approach. And I see, like, when I went through your building, you have a beautiful showroom, but you had classrooms, you had meeting rooms. Like, I could see that you guys were set up, and high five to you and Rich. You were set up for long term.
Yes.
And that's I when I go to meet a contractor, I listen for the phone ringing, and when I was at your place, it just constantly ringing. So that's a good thing. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk more about fiberglass and vinyl, and then we'll switch over to gutters and insulation and roofing and all the rest. My name's Adam Helfman. Keep it locked in right here. This is Hire It Done. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Jason Sawinski from Performance Remodeling in studio. A really good company, by the way. Jason, we were talking about vinyl and fiberglass. So one of the things that I like about Performance Remodeling, and I think that not a lot of contractors do this, you guys give a product for everybody. Mm-hmm. So if someone's listening to the show and they're like, oh man, I can't afford fiberglass, or I don't know if I can, you should, if you're a listener and you're worried about that, call Performance, because they have like a good, better, best. You can pretty much fit a window for any budget. Yes?
Absolutely.
What's the phone number if someone wants to call you?
586-540-6000.
And then Performance Remodeling.
WindowsRoofingSiding.com.
WindowsRoofingSiding.com. Yep. No Performance, just WindowsRoofingSiding.com. How'd you get that?
We looked at it and it was available. We're like, oh my God, it's available. Get it.
We
couldn't believe nobody had no contractor in the nation had decided to use that web address. So we had to have it.
You know what I used to own? I let it go. Actually, I sold one of them. I need windows.com.
Oh.
I need roofing.com. I need siding.com. I had all of them. And I sold the I need windows to someone you know. For a lot of money.
Okay,
but I didn't even, it was 10 years, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I thought it was funny. You know what websites I do own? And I the URLs. I didn't do the website yet, but I'm in the middle of thinking about it. I own the contractorfromhell.com and the homeownerfromhell.com.
Oh man, that's
listen, there's keyboard gangsters out there. Okay, that's what I call them. Homeowners who get behind their keyboard and they just slam contractors. Now, for the record, everyone listening, there's a lot of contractors who deserve that. However, there's good contractors who just get blasted by either a competitor or a disgruntled homeowner that says, "Oh, the guy called me, and he was 10 minutes late, but he did call, but I can't, 1 star."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, and then you get this crazy review. And by the way, do you have Google's phone number to call them and say, "Hey, Google"?
You can't. We're literally handcuffed. So it's a
terrible thing.
You can report it, but 9 times out of 10, some robot somewhere just looks at it and goes, "I don't know, looks okay to me."
Yeah. So I always thought, and I've asked a lot of contractors this in the past, there's got to be a game-changing level of the playing field for contractors, because the keyboard gangsters. And, look again, let me make it clear. There are a lot of contractors who deserve to get lit up.
Absolutely.
But there's a ton.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. There's a ton of contractors who get blasted for no reason. Mm-hmm. And there's contractors who do a good job and get ruined and get burned by homeowners by them not paying, just doing things.
Yep.
So I've asked a lot of contractors, and you don't have to answer this. I've asked a lot of contractors, hey, if there was a website where you could level the playing field, and rightly so, though, with your name, your email, your company name, you got to show who you are. And a homeowner screwed you, you can put them on blast on the website Homeowner from Hell, and you put, here's what we did, here's the proof, here's what they did, and now they're not returning our calls, and now they're like, ha ha.
We've actually talked about that before, so you're just ahead of us on it. Yeah, it's because it's not fair.
It's not, but there's nothing we can do. Right. And if we get up in the morning and we bust our ass to do a good job, and then you go home at night and you read this, and you're like, what? And then a homeowner says, I was thinking of using you guys. I heard you on the show, but then I read about this.
Yeah,
Mrs. Jones, that's not real. Oh yeah, prove it. Well, call the homeowner.
Yeah.
Oh well, they changed their number or they did something. So, anyways, the way it works, and then we'll get back to is the contractor puts real proof, and then we send an email to the homeowner. Dear homeowner, you've been listed on the Homeowner from Hell website. Click here to read what was said about you. Then they click there. It goes to the rating and the review, but it's clouded out. And in order for them to read it, they have to register with their real name and address, and then they get to read it. And then we let them respond. And if they don't respond, it stays up there. If they respond, then you get to read it, and then you get to do the last response, and then that's it. Then we offer mediation or arbitration to get rid of it. And then you either settle it, they either pay you what they owe you, or they apologize or whatever, remove the review, and then it gets removed on our site. keep it simple. We want to be fair. We're not
Yeah.
looking to beat up homeowners.
Yeah.
So tell Rich and you and I we'll discuss it later.
Right.
I
Sounds
can't have
good.
my name on it, but I just the way I think sometimes. And then there's the contractor from hell. So we have the blast, but I don't know if I'll ever do that. Anyways, so fiberglass, and then you offer vinyl because there's levels of.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there a third one, or is
Aluminum clad? Yeah.
Aluminum clad.
Then you get an aluminum clad. So
is there a brand that you sell for aluminum, or is it like an off?
Pella.
Oh, Pella's a good window.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. And pretty much, if anyone orders any of those windows from you, how long is it taking today to get installs?
A couple months.
So it's about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's
it's
fair.
Not, yeah.
It used to be 16, 24 weeks.
Yeah. We
People
never
were freaking out.
there was some wild ones out there, and we never got anywhere near those kind of stages. But, it's, and buying direct helps.
Always.
We're
you
we're
guys are a
big, yeah, we're
powerhouse.
big, yeah. I mean, we get deliveries trucks right from the manufacturer every week, so that's also helpful. But yeah, I think the most we ever got was maybe like 5 or maybe 6 months, and that was like right when everything was happening, and then it all calmed back down. So
Well, yeah, distribution, production, everything got slowed down. Yeah, I figured. 248-539-9797. You also sell siding.
Mm-hmm.
So this customer said, what's the difference between LP siding and hardy plank?
Hardy board fiber cement has been the I guess that the gem of that
The
product.
leader, like Trex.
Yeah, they're
It's the leader.
they're Kleenex. Like if you want fiber cement, Hardy is the best. LP has just been basically trying to rival it. But they've had some issues over time. With swelling in the boards and things like that.
They're back in the day, they had a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah, there's a lot of class actions against it and things like that. It was marketed as the cheaper alternative to Hardy, but once again, the cheaper alternative doesn't give you the same quality. So if you're buying it twice, it's not cheaper.
Want to hear something funny? It's got to be over 20 years ago. There was a subdivision that a builder built with LP siding, and all the siding went rotted. And they did a class action suit, and they all got together. And then I bid on replacing the siding, and we won. And we ended up doing all the siding for all the homeowners. Everyone was happy, thank God. But then we ended up getting kitchens, baths. Like it turned into more stuff. But I just remember that. And today, LP, they've obviously they fixed a lot of the problems. And again, siding from them or Hardy, it's got to be installed properly. Mm-hmm. You guys promote Hardy, which I agree is a great siding. What color? They have all kinds of colors, right?
Yeah, Hardy, they actually partnered with Sherwin-Williams, so not only do they have their standard color collection, which is like 30 colors, but then you can do almost
Custom.
any Sherwin-Williams color if you really want it. So there's they have lots of options. We also have other alternatives. So we have Ascend, which is composite, which is probably our hottest product as far as siding goes.
Composite? You mean it's like AZAC is like a?
It's fiberglass PVC.
Oh wow!
And it's in fact like us on Facebook because we have some videos come out. I have a flamethrower, and we did a wall test, a burn wall test.
Is it a Tesla flamethrower?
No, you couldn't get that. Wasn't remember you couldn't call that one a flamethrower. It was I forget
the lighter.
I
want one of those.
Yeah, so we built 3 walls, Hardy. The Ascend composite and vinyl, and
the vinyl melted.
It burst into ash the minute the flamethrower hit it. Like that was like
a quick fire.
I know that we had several camera angles, but I'm hoping there was one where you could see my eyes for the reaction of how fast it turned to ash. Like it was unbelievable.
You know what else makes things into ash? Direct energy weapons.
Yes.
From space.
Yes. Oh, well.
Maui.
Yeah.
We're not going down that rabbit hole, but yeah. So that's interesting. I love to see that. So go to Facebook and get Performance Remodeling on Facebook.
Yep, and
those
videos will be being posted very shortly. But the Ascend actually did not. It never buckled and it never popped. It sagged after direct flame for quite some time. It was really awesome. So they also offer 30 deep, dark, rich colors, 7-inch plank, which gives you that look of natural wood, deep graining. It's been
they have grain, so it looks like real.
It looks the jobs look phenomenal.
Love that.
Yeah,
that's cool. I got to go see that. I'm gonna have to come visit you.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
So a lot of window companies and siding companies are all out there. They're having a sale every week. Free windows, free siding, free labor. 2 for 1. No payments till the year 3000. What I like about you guys is Call us. We're going to give you a fair price.
Yep.
Here's the installation date. Here's your warranty. Let us know when you're ready.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. No games.
Good for you. That's another good quality. People,
we have all the products to do that. If you don't have the right product and you're trying to convince somebody to take it, you have to get it now. You have to get them to take it now because you can't let them think about it or try and compare it.
There you go. You're right.
So we have all of the products, so we can educate you on each product and ultimately let you make the decision. But there's no rush there because we're giving you the education, we're not forcing your hand.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about sales, the contest that you have, and the future, your prediction of the business. My name's Adam Helfman. Keep it locked in right here. This is Hire It Done. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. Great interview. Jason Sawinski, performance remodeling in studio. WindowsRoofingSiding.com? Or Windows?
Correct. WindowsRoofingSiding.com.
That's a great website.
Yeah.
Find them on Facebook, too. They got some great information on Facebook. Performance remodeling on Facebook. And by the way, we're Facebook Live right now. If you want to see us in studio, you can say, what up? Or if you have a question, 248-539-9797. We're here to answer questions for you. So, Jason, let's just really quick talk about gutters. Gutters, when you do a roof or you do siding, sometimes you always add gutters. Mm-hmm. It's like a good add-on.
Yeah.
Gutter protection?
Yep. We also do three different kinds of gutter protection. Extremely helpful.
If you have a lot of leaves over your house.
Yeah. Well, it keeps a lot of other stuff out of there, birds' nests, things like that. It doesn't take much to actually, stop water flow in the gutter. And then in the wintertime, that's an ice dam. And then you're getting your fascias getting water back behind it. And next thing you know, your ceiling's got a bubble in it. And it's like, It doesn't take a lot. And and I'm guilty of this myself. Like cleaning gutters sucks and nobody wants to do it.
I got a guy.
So, and you just don't think about it, but like I said, it just doesn't take much to get in there to really block it up and cause you some problems. And it's just like, make it simple, put gutter protection on it and know that nothing's plugging it.
Let me ask you this. To me, gutters and gutter protection, it seems to me like the pricing, and I don't know if they're considered expensive or not, but I think price has gone way up.
Aluminum overall has gone up for sure.
I used to pay $3 a lineal foot.
Oh wow!
I used to call the guys who did it the Hatfields and the McCoys because they were family, and then they split up, and one went with this name, and the names were very similar. And so it was just.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I wish I could get them for $3 a foot. I'm
paying like $6 to $10, and then gutter retails like 17. Or is it less?
We're less than that.
15?
Yeah, we're not playing the game like the big names that you probably see advertised. And
why is this? Why does it happen?
I'll tell you one. This is hilarious. I have a photo of it somewhere on my iPad at one of the home shows, and I'm walking by this booth, and they're right on the edge, and it says just wholesale gutters, $13.99 a foot. I'm like, that's your wholesale price. I'm like, I'm $5 less than you, and you're supposed to be the wholesale gutter guy. I just thought it was hilarious. It's just like, and the worker there just looks at me and doesn't know what to say. It's like, so it's just that's that advertising effect again. But no, we don't. Yeah, we're not playing games with those either. We have a very, very fair price for our gutters because we do most of the time consider it's an add-on. It ends up coming along with the roofing and the siding. There will
be people who call and want to.
There are, but definitely it's done along with us. At least it's done along more with other projects than it is independently.
Yeah. But that's what I figured. That's why I said it was an add-on.
Yeah,
which is fine. So you're in the house. Typically, an estimate for windows, siding, or roofing, whatever. How long is your guy typically there?
The average is probably like an hour.
Okay. That's what I figured.
A decent sized house for windows or really anything, siding, a roof you can measure a roof pretty well in 20, 30 minutes, but it takes a good 30, 45 minutes to correctly do a window, measure and estimate. Same thing with siding. And then it just becomes the questions that the homeowner is going to have, which is really the kind of the crucial part of the entire thing is understanding what their need is, what their want is, because those are two different things. And then trying to fit that, fit that need. So it's really, there's sometimes it can go for 4 hours if you have a lot of questions and we should have the answers. So.
Do you guys consider yourself expensive? Where do you think you fall?
Honestly, we should charge more than we do. We say that every day, but we just won't do it. Because we've built the company the way we have. It was always just about the quality, and we're like, you know what? Just because we consider the highest quality, we should just charge more now. We just haven't done it that way. When manufacturers go up, we go up accordingly. We don't gouge and say, well, let's throw an extra, this on it. We're working too hard to do that, and we've built it this way, so we're going to continue to do it that way. So.
Because I would think that you guys, from the pricing that I've heard, you're not the lowest, but you're never the highest. You're always like right there in the middle. That's just smart.
In the middle, yeah. But
so
the better product.
What about the pricing game? I just don't get it. Today people want to buy home improvement from an app if they could, you know?
And it'll never happen.
I know, obviously. But my point is, you know, people get all nervous that you're coming in the house. They don't want, like when we were kids, someone ring the doorbell, I'd run to the door.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh my God, that guy's
the
here.
guy was selling you milk on your porch, the meat guy, ice cream. I mean, you were
right.
Vacuum cleaners, everything was
Easy.
door to door. It was normal. Yeah. This will be the last industry that has it because, you know, just do you even want to get a full education on windows or roofing or siding just to make the decision? I mean, you're not going to train yourself that way and then order it and then try and put it on yourself. 99,000 out of 100,000 times. You know, there's some people will attempt, but you need someone to come in and say, hey, you know, they're thinking this is causing a problem, but it's not. It's actually this. And it's like, so you need an expert to identify the problem. So
I agree.
So you don't spend money on something that you don't need. And honestly, it happens every single day. We go out to see a homeowner and we tell them, you know what? You don't need it. You don't need us. You got X amount left long on your roof. And they're like, really? Well, this guy, I go, well, that guy's just trying to sell you. And we're being honest and telling you don't need to do it yet.
That's great. Let me ask you this. Last time I was at your place, you guys were talking about $100,000 giveaway. Mm-hmm. Is that still going on?
It is. Actually, it will be tonight will make 1 year. So it was our first annual. It ends at midnight tonight. Our first annual.
Yeah.
So there's still time. So if
you go anyone listening can enter.
If you go to windowsroofingsiding.com, there's a tab where you can click to enter.
No purchase necessary.
No purchase necessary. And then so the year one ends tonight at midnight. We will actually be drawing that on Wednesday evening. So we'll have our winner, and then the next weekend at the home show, we'll be presenting the big check to someone. The odds are actually really good. I think there's like maybe 11,000 people in there right now.
Congratulations.
So
that's bold. You guys are really bold on doing that.
We wanted to do it. We've talked about it for a long time, and we can do it. So and then tomorrow starts year two. So we're it's been such a overwhelming success. We're going to do it again. But there's still time to get in. It's wild that it's already been a year that we've been running it, but it's been great, and I can't wait to hand that check to somebody.
So give the phone number again for someone who wants to call.
586-540-6000.
And then the website?
windowsroofingsiding.com.
And then Facebook, Performance Remodeling.
PR2 Shelby is the actual Facebook, but if you just type in Performance Remodeling, we pop up. We're the only one.
Can you? And the website has a link to enter the contest.
Yeah, it pops right up. You see the gold and the diamonds come up, and it's like, yeah.
What's your prediction for 2024?
I think it's gonna start slow, and then come back. There's a few things going on in 2024 that'll people
election year.
Yeah,
they keep interest rates.
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna get people that are still gonna do their projects, and my overall prediction is that the contractors that do the right thing will always continue to do well.
Interesting. I like that. I agree with that. Well, do me a favor. Say hi to the whole crew at Performance Remodeling.
Rich, Tanya. Good morning. Hopefully you're listening.
Yeah.
Everybody at the office, they are working today, so we are open today. So everybody at the office, if you're listening.
Good. Shout out to everyone at Performance Remodeling. Appreciate you. One last question. What's the best window?
The one that's installed correctly.
My man. High fives. High fives to everyone at Performance Remodeling. Well, that's an awesome way to do it. Jason Sawinski, I appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you in here.
Yeah.
What's it going to take to get Rich in here with you next time? Or let's bring some sales guys or some installers. Okay. We should do all that. Let's get a deep dive.
Anybody you want.
Peel away some layers.
Yep.
All right, well, that's cool. You're going to be at the home show next week, so I'll get to see you.
Yep.
I'm going to be there. Everyone who's listening right now, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm grateful, obviously, as always. Thanks to Performance Remodeling for coming in and sharing some great subject matter expertise. We always appreciate that. And go to hireitdone.com or email me, adam@hireitdone.com. I'm always here to help homeowners, help you get a hassle-free home improvement. That's just how we try to do things. We're not perfect, but neither is anybody. We're solution-minded is what we got to do. So again, thanks for tuning in. I'd love for you guys to keep tuning in and keep it up here on the sport of home improvement on 97.1 The Ticket. Have a good weekend, everyone. Talk to you soon.